Most companies waste 3 months waiting for a new sales rep to ramp up. They shadow, they send them over a couple documents. Meanwhile, you as a business owner is on every single sales call because your rep isn't ready. And here's the truth. A properly built sales system should have a rep taking live calls by day 3, not by month 3. So this video, I'm going to show you the exact 3-day onboarding framework that completely removes the founder from hand-holding and get reps productive fast. Let's dig in. Now, most business owners think that onboarding means letting them shadow, throwing a script at them, and just waiting 30 days to see results. But that's how you build hesitation. Onboarding should not build comfort, it should build clarity. And clarity can be installed fast if the infrastructure exists. Now, if you're a business owner and this sounds like you and your sales team is still dependent on you being involved, there is a Typeform application below in the description where we will review your sales system and identify what is breaking conversion. Now let's get back into the video. Now the goal of day 1 of onboarding is simple. They must deeply understand what they're selling and who they're selling to. They must understand their ICP, the core pain points, why prospects buy, why they hesitate, the pricing logic, and most importantly, the entire customer journey from when the customer fills out the ad to when they get onboarded. In the end of day 1, you should give them a test. They must explain the entire sales process back to you without any notes. And if they can't explain it clearly, they're not able to sell. And that's your bar for day 1. Now, day 2, you're actually going to install the actual sales process. This is where you're going to go over the frameworks. And as we know, you're always going to start with discovery. You need to know the proper discovery questions to hit the pain points of your ICP. And discovery is everything because if they can't properly diagnose the problem correctly, the pitch isn't going to land. Okay. Now, once they understand discovery, you're going to go over the pitch. And the reality is a pitch should never be generic. It always has to connect at least 2 to 3 pain points that your prospect has to 2 to 3 features of your product. And this is why product competency matters so much. Because if a prospect can't pitch, then they're simply not going to close deals. And they can't pitch what they can't understand. Now, lastly, you're going to be going over all the objection handling. If they're decent at sales, objection handling is typically all the same, but it's very, very simple. Okay, so that's the sales process. Now, from there, they should understand how to actually use the entire tech stack. So for us, we typically use Go High Level or Close, and majority of sales reps, if they're good and experienced, they should already have experience knowing how to use them. The reality is you are going to have some different operational blocks where you have custom builds. So this is the time where sales reps should, number 1, watch tutorial videos, but number 2, have an actual breakdown and use it for a whole hour so that when they're taking sales calls throughout the week, there's no operational blocks. Okay. And then lastly, on day 2, they must review any type of call recordings. So here's what I mean. Setters must review, obviously, setter calls, but they must also understand how closing calls work. There needs to be continuity, so they're going to watch all the closing calls. Same thing with closers. Closers, obviously, they're going to watch closing calls, but they're going to watch setting calls to see how setters are properly setting appointments, and from there. Because in reality, both people need to understand how everyone else operates to actually have success. And that's day 2. Now, from here, it's very, very simple. They already understand the tech stack. They already understand how to take calls, and they've seen great results by watching call recordings. So they're just going to take live calls. There's no shadowing. There's no more waiting. And you're not even going to hop on the calls with them. They're just going to run through calls. Obviously, there's a learning curve. Everyone knows this. But if you have the proper infrastructure, day 3 should be rather smooth to where in reality, they're just getting through the flow of things, and they don't have any dumb questions like, hey, what are the price points and things like that. So day 3, they already have confidence. They're just getting in the flow, and soon they'll be able to fully ramp. And most companies stretch onboarding because they have no documentation, they have no infrastructure, and they have no clarity. So they compensate with time. But time doesn't fix confusion. Structure does. And if you have the 5-component system that I explained in the previous videos, 3 days is more than enough time to actually onboard a rep. And if it doesn't exist, you're going to stretch onboarding forever and still feel nervous about letting sales go and letting someone sell all alone. So now that you watch this video, you know the exact 3-day framework, and the only thing standing between you and the reps who produce without you is just building the infrastructure that supports it. And if you actually want to build a sales team that actually runs without you, fill out the type form below, and we'll see if you guys are a good fit. We'll see you on the next video.